What's up guys, Jake here. Today we're at Staniel Key located in the Bahamas. I'm actually on the docks of the Lazy Bay Cottages and you can actually get here by Staniel Air. If you want to go on this exact same adventure, I'm gonna have a link in the description box below. But today we're doing something I love doing but I don't get to do enough. We're going spearfishing. So I'm not only specifically looking for fish, I'm also looking for lobster. And the main reason we're doing this is not only because it's like an epic adventure, but also to bring some food home for dinner tonight. We actually plan on leaving today and we wanted to extend our trip and we didn't pack enough food. So obviously they're not gonna let us starve, but we want to bring home some stuff so we can have that for dinner, and it's going to be so much fun. And I thought I'd bring you guys along this adventure. This is something new that you guys don't normally see on my YouTube channel. If you love spearfishing videos and you want to see more like this in the future, drop a thumbs up. If there's support, I'll do more like this and team up with everyone. But with that said, we're going to hop in the boat and get this started. Alright guys, so I just jumped inside the boat. Let me show you guys some of the gear I'm using today to hopefully not only get a nice few fish, but also some lobsters. So to start things off, I have these giant fins. I don't know how deep we're going to be diving, but last time we were here, we were diving in about 40 feet of water. Long fins help you get down to the bottom and get back quickly. I've also got a pair of goggles with my camera on top so I can record my adventure. Today the water's a little chilly, but it's not terrible. You know, it is in the middle of the winter here. So I've got a wetsuit, but here in the summertime, it is super, super hot and you don't need one. And then I also have a handful of spears here. So I've got two big pole spears. These ones are going to be for like big fish. I've got this 3-prong spear here. That's going to be for like maybe some lobster. And I've also have this more of a primitive style spear. So this is something that you see some of the islanders here use. But it's going to be a ton of fun. I'm excited to try them all out and hopefully we get lucky. If you're staying here at the Lazy Bay Cottages, you don't need to go out and buy new gear if you don't have it. So if you don't have spearfishing gear, you don't need to buy spearfishing gear. Or if you don't have goggles, you don't need to buy goggles or scuba diving gear, stuff like that. They have everything you need to go on any adventure possible, and I would recommend staying with them if you want to. Like I said, I'm going to have that link in the description box below. But I'm super excited to try out the spears I brought today. Princeton, the boat captain, actually has some secret spots to be able to find some big fish and even big lobster. And I'm so excited to get out there in the middle of the ocean, dive down, and see if we get lucky. So with that said, he's gonna start the boat and we're gonna get out there. So I've got my girlfriend, a couple friends joining me today as well, but look how beautiful this water is. Crystal clear.
This water is absolutely beautiful. Super, super calm day. Clear as far as you can see. I've never been spearfishing, never done anything like this before, so I'm super excited to get in the water and try it out.
Let's do it, Chris. So this is Captain Princeton. Princeton's gonna be taking us out to one of his secret locations. I'm so excited to get down there, but what do we have to look for when we get there?
We're gonna go on the bank side. We're gonna go in like 10 to 30 feet of water. Look for some coil heads. Hopefully we find the right heads and get some lobster and some groupers, hog snappers. You know, look around for a little bit, find some conch.
I heard you saw some hammerheads the other day.
Yeah, we got some hammerheads that's come. Look for the turtles. You know, like I have a 15-foot Boston Whaler. I went alongside the hammerhead. It's about the same size, a little bigger than the boat I have.
So we got some dangers to look for, but I think we're gonna be completely fine if we respect everything. But I'm so excited. We're gonna get to a spot and dive down and check it out. Alright guys, so we just made it to the spot. I'll be honest with you, if something happened to Princeton, we'd be dead because I don't see land. It's not too deep. I guess the way the ocean works here, you know, it doesn't get too deep too quickly. But it's probably about 20 feet deep, 20-30 feet. I can see the bottom, the water's crystal clear, but yeah, we're in it, man. Like, we're way out here in the middle of the ocean and hopefully we can get some good stuff. So I'm gonna get my wetsuit on, dive on down, and hopefully get lucky. All right, so I have all the gear. I'm about to get seasick. The waves are taking me out here. I gotta get in the water, but I've got this like primitive style spear here, and I'm super excited to get down there. Preston was saying this is one of his best spots for lobster, so I'm gonna dive down there and hopefully pick one off with this. All right, wish me luck. That's a big one. Dude, that's awesome. Wow. Your first lobster?
Yeah, man.
Dude.
Woo!
All right, guys, so Chris got his first lobster ever in his entire life, and it's a big one, dude. Look at this thing.
Jeez.
That's huge. So he was down there with a spear. I was like, no way, man. That lobster's way too big. So I gave him the big spear here, and he went down there and speared it. And I could be more proud, man. First lobster.
Appreciate it, man.
Incredible.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna put it on ice, and then we're gonna eat that one tonight for dinner. I gotta see if I can get one more so we can have a feast.
So I'm out there fighting that current. That current was way quicker than it looked, but Jake's like, slow down, take a breath, catch your breath, and he put me right on the spot. He said, it's right there. So sure enough, I went down there, got it. Crazy experience, absolute blast.
We just moved to a new reef. Chris got the one on the last one, but there's no more lobsters there, so we're diving here, checking this out, and then maybe we'll get lucky with the second one. Here we go. Alright guys, we've been out here all day searching for lobsters, conchs, and fish, and I'll be honest with you guys, we're not all that great at this, but we're having a good time. That's all that matters. Chris got a really nice lobster, Joe got a really nice conch, and then I got the fish of the day here, a mutton snapper, right? Look at that thing. I've never got one this big before in my whole life. That's gonna be a few days of worth of food for sure. And like I said, we actually are running out of food. They're not gonna let us starve, but we're gonna have plenty of food now for the next few days while we're here in the Bahamas. And that right there is a beautiful fish. So thankful to be out here and thankful to be able to take this fish. And spearfishing is honestly so cool because you don't have any bycatch. You know, you're not out there with a big net swooping up all types of fish. I chose this one because I wanted this one particularly, and that's I don't know, it's a good way of fishing in my opinion. Anytime you're out spearfishing, you got to put your lobster or fish right on ice right when you catch it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it right here in the cooler. Alright guys, so the day's coming to an end here in the Bahamas. I had so much fun spearfishing. If you haven't tried spearfishing, I recommend you guys give it a shot. It's seriously so much fun. And today we all got super lucky. Chris got a giant lobster and it was his first lobster of his life. I got really lucky with a big mutton snapper, and my buddy Joe got pretty lucky with that conch. We're gonna head back to the marina and get all these organized so we can have them for dinner tonight. So I'm gonna show you guys the whole process. It's gonna be a ton of fun. All the extra material that we don't use, we're actually gonna feed to the nurse sharks in the harbor. So we just made it to the Staniel Key Marina here, and this is where we're gonna be cleaning the lobster and the fish and maybe the conch. I'm not too sure how that works out, but Princeton is an expert. He's been doing this his entire life. I'm gonna watch him, learn a few techniques, and maybe I'll be able to apply that in the future. But yeah, let's clean them off. And what's cool about this spot, there's a whole bunch of sharks everywhere, and you throw all your scraps in the water and they tear it up, and it's pretty awesome. So let's get out here and start cleaning these fish and stuff. Princeton's an expert with this, so I'm gonna let him fillet the fish, but I learned how to fillet the lobster, so I wanna practice. I haven't done it yet. Chris, I might mess up your lobster. You sure?
That's all right.
All right. It seemed pretty easy. So I guess you have your knife here, and you want to go in, right?
Yeah. Turn the knife the next way.
This way.
Yeah.
And then you go this way.
Yeah.
Okay. And it looks like you just go along like that, right?
Go all the way in.
And then bring it on this side.
Yeah. Always keep the knife facing
This way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All the way in.
Oh, looks like it came out. There we go. And then I learned you want to get one of these.
Yeah.
Break it.
Yeah.
And then you use this. And then you get the insides out. So all you got to do is just put it.
Push it all the way.
I don't want to have to go
All the way. All the way.
You know? Yeah.
And then pull.
Gotta have
Pull it.
All right.
the right setup. Yeah. Got a big yard.
Chris, that's a lot of meat, dude. Wow. Chris did an amazing job, man. It's a lot of lobster meat, and then along with the fish and steak that we have tonight, we're gonna be eating pretty dang good. And I'll be honest with you, Princeton pretty much did all the work there. I'm pretty new, but I love learning. But yeah, that's a nice fillet. We're gonna put that on the grill along with the fish. Princeton's gonna go ahead and cut the fish open, get those fillets organized. Now, what I'm gonna do is actually give this head to the people here. That's like a delicacy. They're gonna love that. And also the head from this fish. So not really too much is gonna go to waste. All the guts are gonna be thrown into the water. And you guys are about to see some crazy bloodbath stuff happen with all these sharks, man. It's pretty cool. But yeah, we're saving this for the grill. And half of the fish too, I'm gonna give to Princeton so he can take home to his family for taking us out today. But yeah, I'm excited. Let's cut this thing open. All right, guys, so Princeton's gonna go ahead and start filleting my fish. What is this called, a mutton snapper?
Mutton snapper.
And this is the first one I've ever caught like this. And he was saying this is pretty much a maxed out size for these fish. I'm sure they get a little bit bigger, but I mean, what a beautiful fish. A lot of meat. Half of it is actually gonna go to him for helping us out today and for his family. And then the head is actually gonna be saved for some of the people here. Like I said, it's just like a delicacy like the lobster head. But it looks like a lot of meat. Wow. Look at that. That's half the fish right there. Look how much meat that is. So like I said, none of the meat's gonna go to waste. The heads are actually gonna be given to some of the local Bahamian people here. And also all the skin and guts are gonna be fed to all the nurse sharks. I guess they know it's dinner time. Let's go ahead and throw this hunk of skin out there and see them go crazy. You guys ready? It was gone in like a second. That's awesome. All right, so once we're done cleaning, we're actually gonna be swimming in this water with all these sharks. A lot of people do it. It's actually pretty safe, but you know, no, it's never guaranteed that you're not gonna get bit. But during feeding time, it's kind of intimidating. But once it's done, I'll give them a second, and it should be pretty good. So we're gonna swim around and we should be fine. It should be beautiful. All right, guys, so the sun's starting to set. It's been so much fun spearfishing. What I'm gonna do right now is actually head to the grill before it gets dark and put all this meat on the grill and start cooking it up for dinner. And I'm gonna show you guys the end result, but a lot of meat to cook up. Half of the fish is going to the captain and his family, and it's just because I wanted to give it to him, but we have just so much, man. So let's get to the house. So I'm currently buttering up the lobster and the fish. Keeping it really simple. I think butter, salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of garlic sauce. Just very simple. I think simplicity is like the key. I'm not an expert, but or a cooking channel. Dude, this would be a cool cooking channel. Like if you just went out and like caught your own stuff and talked about it. Gordon Ramsay ain't got nothing on me. Just kidding, Gordon Ramsay. Dude, what if he was watching? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, put the lobster in, and I'm gonna go ahead and slap it down. Put your lobster, Chris. And then I'm gonna go ahead, drop the fish in there. So we just finished cooking all the food on the grill, and I want to show you guys what it looks like. So check it out. So right here is the lobster Chris got. It looks pretty dang good. We got some fish I caught, got some avocado, and some dipping sauce that our neighbor made for us. We've got some steak here, some noodles, and some rice. And I will say I need to improve my cooking abilities because I'm not really all that great, but it's all good because it's gonna taste amazing. But if you wanna stay in this exact same cottage and go on the exact same adventure or another cool adventure in the Bahamas, you can do so through Staniel Air, and you can stay in this place I'm staying at called the Lazy Bay Cottages. I'm gonna have a link in the description box below. Click that, learn more about the trip. They have everything you need to have a great time. Like I said at the beginning of the video, you don't need to have specific gear. They have everything you need. So check it out, and if you end up going on the trip, tell them Jake sent you. If you wanna see more spearfishing videos in the future, drop a thumbs up. If to support, maybe I'll come back out here and do another one in the future. But also, don't forget to subscribe if you guys are new. I'd love for y'all to join me on my next adventure. But till then, I'll see y'all next time. Thank you so much for watching.